Guys, stay tuned and watch today's video because I'm going to be basically discussing or talking about, how to find or draw those areas of good support and resistance areas, what to look for. That's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about today. There's no hidden secret. There's no magical, mystical secret of how to find or identify, good support resistance areas to mark off on your charts and knowing, if they're good areas to trade from. So stay tuned to the video. Continue watching. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trader with Mike, and once again, I'm trading the Emini S&P 500 futures, guys, as I pretty much try to do each and every day and post it to you guys on my channel here. If this is your first time watching one of the videos, guys, I'm a live price action trader pretty much, and I have a specific strategy that I use that works for me day in, day out. And if you learn it yourself, you can become a profitable trader. So if it's your first time watching one of the videos, I got tons of videos that where I share my recorded trading sessions live each day and posting to the channel here. So it's good content. If you want to join the team, please go ahead and take the time to sub to the channel. I appreciate it. And drop a like as well. And if you don't mind, also, you'll see that little, I guess, a little bell icon. That's the post notification icon or post notification push messenger, whatever they want to call it here on YouTube. But pretty much what it does is it ensures that each time I drop a video, one of my videos, you'll never miss one. It never miss one. I mean, it actually alerts you, via your mobile device or email or however you got your alert set up, so that you'll, be privy to the videos that I drop on the channel as soon as I drop them. Okay. If you're already a sub or subscriber, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate the emails and messages. I always try to get back to you guys promptly. But let's go ahead and jump into the video today. Again, this is my live recorded session of me trading the Emini S&P 500 futures. So, lots of questions come about, hey, can I trade using that strategy against, with any, using any market? Yes, you can. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a simple strategy. So, and all it is basically looking for a price to pull back to areas of support resistance or those support resistance zones where there's lots of selling or lots of buying coming out of. And I look for the pullback there, wait for the rejection, and boom, I enter the market. Simple as that. Okay. Just like right here, there was an area right here. Lots of buying came out of this area. Price pushes up, naturally speaking, pulls back, comes back to the lower portion of the zone here, which I like to see because that's an area more so where there's buying took place, and typically they call it demand. So price rejected out of that area. We got the rejection. You can kind of go short in a sense. I mean, excuse me, long in a sense. So right now the market's just moving sideways, right? And we're in a wedge. So in areas of wedges, typically speaking, prices just kind of range and just build volume. So we want, and basically what a wedge is price is not making a higher high or higher low. When price pushed down here, it made this low right here, all right? And then after it made this low, it started pushing up, right? Okay, it made a high here, but it's not taking out this area, and it's not coming down, taking out this area here. So it's in between. And this leg right here is just in between that low and that high. That's all it is. That's all wedge is pretty much. So at this moment, I have more of a long bias in a sense, because of the fact is that price, when it came up and broke the all-time high here at 4,800, and now we have a high here at 4,808, it has not broken any lows to the downside, meaning I'm looking at session lows. It hasn't broken, any session lows so far. Not even yesterday's session low so far, and we haven't broken any session highs neither. So we're just in the middle, ranging. Okay. So let's look for some areas, guys. And basically, in today's topic, I'm going to be talking about, how to mark or how to, pretty much how to, mark off those areas where there's good support and resistance areas to take trades from. So is it a secret? No, but some people may call it a secret. Hey, a secret to finding good support and resistance zones or areas, whatever the case is. But anyone that trades knows that there's really no hidden secret. It's just primarily looking for areas in the market to where there's good levels at the trade from, pretty much. And how I identify that, like I said, is this, if I'm looking to take a long, wait for price to come to an area where there's lots of buying taking place, taking out a level, say the level is right here to the downside. As price pushed up, took it out, came back. Okay, this is the area I'm interested in. And then when price pretty much breaks, above this area here, then I'm looking to take a long pretty much. So and that's why I have this area right here marked right here. So this line right here. So here's an area, like for instance, when price push up, pull back, push higher, correct? All right. So right here, when price pulls back, there's a level right here, okay? And price pulls back, rejects it. Now this will what would be called more a support setup, you know, in a sense, because this is support right here. So price pushes back, but once price pulls back and it stops this area, you gotta be careful here because this is an area where the market is sometimes when it pushed up and pulled back and made this little low right here. Price is going to at some point, even when it starts pushing higher, it's going to come back through it and check this area right here again. Why? Because, you know, the hidden secret, so to say, is that, you know, they call it liquidity. It's an area where the market pulls back, you know, the institutions push the market higher, and then they're going to come back and come back to this area to collect money in that area, pretty much. If you want to look at it like that. So that's how that works in a sense. So is it the best area to trade from? You can trade from it because it is actually, you know, it is natural support. It is support sitting right there. But for me, I like to look for price to come back to even a lower area within the swing here for an opportunity to buy, because, you know, I want to get in where there was lots of buying at. You know, right here, was there lots of buying at this area right here? No, but it is a support level, okay? And price bounced off, it pushed higher, and it came back and pushed lower into the swing here. And then this is where, okay, I'm interested now because there was actually buying that took place in this area right here within this swing right here. So, okay, so the level was marked right here. And when price came back to this area right here, you can look for pretty much, you know, an area to maybe go long from. So it just all depends. So always remember this, you know, your support areas are going to be areas where there was buyers that step into the market, pretty much. So when you come back to an area of support, always think support with buyers, buyer support, that type of thing. Areas where you have resistance at, say right here, area of resistance where price, you know, pushes down, making swings to the downside, and had a pullback to an area above it, which is an area of resistance. Always associate resistance with an area of selling. This right here, I'll mark this area here. I'll show you this right here was a key area for resistance in this area right here. Okay. All right. So always associate that in a sense. Resistance, selling. That means that there was sellers that stepped into the market to push the market or drive the market lower. Okay. Support, buying, resistance, selling. So always look at it like from that standpoint. But the best opportunities, I'm gonna say this to you guys as a tip, is that the best opportunities to actually to look to take a position long or something like that, you know, to go long pretty much, is to wait till price comes back to an area where you see a lot of buying there, like this swing to the upside right here, which is a big swing. But within the swing, you know, some selling took place to the downside. Then it turned back around. A lot of buying came out of here, and to me, this is in this swing here, I'm looking for something to happen on the pullback to the downside because buying actually took place here. You know, push up, some buying took place, followed by some selling, and then some more buying took place. So when price pulls back to this area right here, within this bigger swing right here, there was some you know, buying, lots of buying took place. I'll look for price on the pullback to come back to this area here and try to find me a good identified area of support level to trade from. Okay, now and that's how that works. Same thing when price pulls back up into this level right here. All right, price kind of comes to I call it the mouth or the opening of the level here, and it rejects out of that area, and you could possibly take a short right there. You could have taken a short right there. But I also use, like I said, the volume profile. I say this in many videos to kind of as a GPS in a sense, not to tell me where to get in at, but once I mark the area or zone I'm looking for the possible stop to maybe for an entry, then I look at to the right to see what area that level I marked off at, you know, rest at. Is it above a high volume node, below a high volume node? You know, because I like to take my longs from below a high volume node and my shorts from the top or the upper portion of a high volume node or high volume area. Okay. So when you're looking to take look for a long, say when price pulls back, well, you see a level right here. You see that level, correct? Okay, this level right here. All right. Naturally, what you want to do is you want to be looking for areas for the price to pull back to where there are lots of buying take place, and that's primarily the lowest portion, the lower end. Well, if you look at this, if you look at the level from like a standpoint, like either like a V shape in a sense, where price pushes up here and pushes up, pulls back. You want to look at the lower portion of that swing, which is the kind of the V area, because that's where lots of the buying would actually naturally taking place from on the push up. So you want price to come back and try just hopefully in hopes that price will come back to the lowest portion of that area. Now, because we have swings within this big swing, meaning the swing to the upside is big swing here, and we got movements to the upside, taking out levels, whatever the case is. Price can halt at any point. Like right here, when price pushed up and came back, pulled back, there's an area right here, okay? There's actually a level right here, okay? Within this swing. So price pulls back, okay? And it bounces here, okay? And the more that price comes back to that same area, it makes it just more better, like the areas will be identified as more of a confirmed level to trade from. So you see that it pulls when it pushes up and pulls back, comes to within this level right here, right? It pulls back into almost the mid portion of the level in a sense, not all the way to the bottom portion, but to the mid level. And like I said, it can reject at any point because you have areas within the swing, levels that it can halt at, and it halts here, pushes up, comes right back to the tick almost. You see that to the tick, to that line I drew right here, which is a level, okay? And again, it bounced here once, comes back again, boom. And there's a possibility that it could come back again and do the same thing again. So the more it does that, the more, historically, you see things like that. And as you look at your charts, you say, wow, that level held and is a confirmed level to, look for something to happen at. Just like when price pulls back right here, okay? Price pulls back right here, and it held right here, okay, on the pullback. So it came back to an area of resistance once. And there's a possibility to move back up. It could do the same thing again, and then reject again. So it could pull back to this purple line again here, where there was a level at, and then it could actually push lower, guys. What I'm trying to say. So a reject and it could be an opportunity to sell. So just look for those areas like that to where and to be able to identify if it's a good solid level to actually be looking for to trade from, especially if you see it reject once and then it comes back again to that area, possibility to reject again, okay? And the reason why, you kind of look at price action as well is because when price pushed down, right, and it made it swing to the downside, it bounced off this level, okay? What did it do on the way up? It took out this level right here, okay? Took out that high right there. It comes back. So what I look for, okay, it took out this high right here. On the push up, it pulls back. Naturally speaking, it's going to reject this area at least one more time. And then, to me, it's just like a solid entry, a clear, confirmed level to actually trade from again to look for a long, okay? So now what happened here on the pullback right here to resistance, now it pulled back to resistance, okay? All right, rejected. It did not make a lower low. So there's a possibility that price may just, if it pushes higher out of this wedge right here, it could blast right through this area and push to the upside, okay? Why? Because it did not make a lower low when it rejected this area to the downside, okay? Like I said, the flip side, when price actually came back from the pullback right here and rejected this area, this zone here, this level, what did it do? It pushed up, taking out this area, so it actually made a higher high. And on the pullback, would have been a good area to look for a long again, okay? This all in all is how you can give you more confirmation and clarification of what levels, as you can depict if you look at your chart. Like right now, price is moving, right? All right. But if I look right back over here and say, wow, this area here held once, twice. Okay, it's a possibility it may hold again. It's a possibility the price comes back down to bounce again. It's a possibility the price can come back in. You just got to wait the price gets to those areas. Once it rejects those areas once, especially if we're it twice, there's a possibility, but you got to be able to pay attention to price action to understand what's going on. Once price comes back to those areas, okay? So price will come back down here again, and you say, okay, once, twice, will it do it again? Well, you just wait for the rejection to find out and see if you can take that long again, okay? So pay attention when price is done, previous to or, just within the last day, 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever the case. Just when you see price get to areas and where there's a level at and it rejected, just pay attention. All right, I saw price reject right here. If it comes back to that area again, will it reject again? Keep your eye on those areas, is all I'm saying, okay? And that's how you are able to mark solid or confirm areas of support and resistance to keep your eye on the next time price comes back to those same areas. So now let's see if we can talk a little bit about, pretty much how to identify, look for, and draw, and mark off or draw your areas of, support and resistance, especially when you see price reject from a particular level or area of support and resistance once. Keep your eye on it and mark that area off. Like I marked it off right here. I marked it off down here. When price came down here, and I saw all this, I wasn't trading yesterday at this time, so this was like at 2 o'clock. When price came down here and bounced off of here, pushed up, pulled back to this area of resistance right here. I'm already looking like, oh, price rejected here. Okay, it pushed up, broke this area here, so there's a potential for it to come back and reject again, and it did. It came back at 1 o'clock this morning. I was asleep, of course, and it rejects there again. So, you just, when I got this morning, I saw that. I said, wow, that could have been an opportunity right there. If somebody was up trading it right there. Boom, they could have missed, they could have taken the trade there. And, but you're not going to catch all trades because you're not up 24 hours a day and able to catch all trades, okay? So let's look now and see if I can maybe get into a couple of trades. I've enough talking and trying to giving more tips and more hints out how to, basically how to find or how to mark off areas of support and resistance, solid areas of support and resistance, ones that actually make sense that you see price react at, okay? All right, so we're moving sideways, guys. I already said that, so just be 100% careful. That's what I'm going to say. See, I don't like to see stuff like this right here when it's moving sideways like this because it's not moving in any particular direction. I like to see price move and take out, areas, highs and lows, and it's not doing that. It's just building volume in this area right here. That's all it's doing. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we're at the VPOC right now, and I don't like this right around the VPOC. And even though we're in this wedge right here, prices in a small little channel, to the upside here. Okay, what's going on here? All right, trying to draw this little channel here. You can see it. Okay, small channel to the upside, but moving sideways. So just be careful is all I'm saying. It's hard to trade like this when you see stuff like this, guys, to even depict the direction of which way the market's going to move when it's in a wedge. It really is. Yep. So I'm not, price is moving sideways like this. I stand down when I see this wedging stuff right here, and price not giving a clear direction, taking out any areas, meaning taking out a low or taking out a high above, or making a move to break out of this area here, and just in a centralized location right here. Yeah, I don't like this. Nope. So I'm just gonna wait it out, guys, and be back here shortly once price moves out of this area here, and we can get some kind of clear direction of what to actually look for. So we see price breaking lower, it's just chopping to the side. The V pockets around this area right here, the high volume areas. That so nothing really too much going on. I mean, price is trying to break, it's breaking lower. So at this time now, what I would like to see price do is what I probably end up doing is, let's say price can break this area here to the downside, and then I'll take it from there and see what happens. And then I'll switch over to the 4 range chart as well. I mean, it's going to be opportunity, if anything, just for some scalping today. We're moving sideways, and when you see things like this, sometimes price in a wedge moving sideways, you can switch over, look at a different market. I look at the Russell from time to time. I do trade it, from time to time, but most of the time I like to look at the ES because just I don't know, I guess the payout's better for me. But there's a lot more movement in the Russell, I'd say. So let's look at the volume is actually kind of low right now. Okay, so I'm not sure, it was a little higher yesterday, but all right, let's see. See what actually happens. Okay, let's see what happens. Price could bounce right here. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna be careful here. But I am looking for somewhat of a bounce right here in this area. See. And let me look at the 4 range right quick. Yeah, I need to see price stay above this red line right here. Okay, come on. There we go. I got filled in 1 contract. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and take profit. It fills me again. There we go. Quick little scout. I just mentioned price it may test this area right here at 77.5. All right. So if price has come back to this area right here, then which it may start, it's trying to pull back there. I want to see it come back to that area, to be honest with you. I want to see it come back to 77.5 and then see what happens from there. This will be on a pullback, but probably won't be much. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So price is pausing right now, stopping. We got a little level right here. But as of right now, it's staying above this red line that I have marked right here. So I'm going to go long because I'm pretty sure that price is going to check this area right here at 77 and a, what did I say, 77.5? 77? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Watch what I'm talking about, guys. Price is going to come out there and hit it. Come on, feel me. A few ticks away from the area, huh? Come on. One tick away from hitting that area. There we go. Got filled. All right, I knew price. It's gonna come to this area right here and test that area there. All right. So I'm just scalping, guys. I haven't been able to get in too many trades so far this morning. Just scalping for a point here and there. Nothing wrong with that. Especially when the market is just ranging the way it is. Okay. And yeah, it's 11:15 right now. So on those two little trades there, that was 10 points on the first 10 points. Excuse me, 10 ticks on the first trade, and then 8. So 18 ticks. Excuse me, yeah, 18 ticks right now. What we're looking at here. Okay. So prices pull back to that area I talked about, and we'll just wait to see what happens from here. You know, market still moving sideways, and I took that trade because when price broke above, pulled back to an area where they were supported right here, and just waited for, switched over to the 4 range, waited for price to break above here, and I took my entry, knowing that price would, pull back to this area right here, which it did. So if we look at the 4 range, this is right here. The swing to the upside, price pulls back, pushes higher. Okay, pulls back, and pushes higher. All right, so here's the swing. There's a little micro swing here. Price stayed above that area there. So it pulled back, stayed above it. When it closed above, I went long, looking for price to come up to test 47, 77.5. Okay, so just scalping that area. All right, let's see. Yeah. So I mentioned price will pull back to this area right here, which is right at the V pop. It could push a little lower. It's rejecting that area now. But we're just moving sideways, so you have to be careful in trading stuff like this. I mean, it's really no good opportunities other that I really see. This one right here. This right here has been a good area, a good trade, only because price came back and rejected here on the pullback, pushed up, pulled back, gave it a second pretty much entry or chance right there. So, but when price is moving chopping sideways like this is it's difficult, and if you really don't know what you're doing, you can get chopped out and stopped out, and it can really hurt you. So put you in a bad situation. So I recommend you see stuff like this. Just stand off when the price is in a wedge until it makes better sense for you. Yeah, we're still moving sideways here. Yeah, still moving sideways, guys. Yep. Okay, let's see. Goodness. It's quite aggravating today. Really annoying, I will say. Very annoying, very annoying. Yeah. I'm not sure. Price bounced when it got down here, so I'm not sure what it's going to do when it get back down there. We'll just wait and see what happens here. But price is it's just wedging. They can do this for a while and then finally break out at some point. A lot of people say this is consolidation of market to where the market is kind of squeezing and building strength in a sense, and then the move will be powerful when it finally moves in the direction. So yep. Just taking a long entry, guys. So this area right here at 76 3/4 pretty much. So we'll look. I saw the rejection here from the bottom. I waited for price to kind of break back into this level right here. I mean, it pushed up, pulled back, pushed higher. This was the trade on the pullback right here. You could have went long at, and that's what I did. So, all right. Okay, so that's a little trade there on the pullback. So I'm just able to just take a couple little scalps because we're still in that wedge here, looking at that 12 range chart, wedging right here in this area. So when price pull back down to, let's see here, this area right here, again, you see what I was talking about, looking at the opportunities of price pulling back to an area of support, how it broke up, okay, came back to a little area. If you look at your 4 range, just a little level right there. Support, all right, bounce once, okay, pushed up, came back to it again pretty much. And when I saw price break above the red line there on the pullback is where I went long, just to kind of get area here for a few ticks. That's all I did, okay? So I'm not gonna, kind of keep going on and on and on. I've talked about in today, how to find, really looking at those areas of support and resistance, guys. There's no really no hidden secret or secret to finding areas of support and resistance. You just gotta really identify it by, one, looking back to see at areas where price pulls back to a level. Did it reject that area? Like, when price pull back, okay? They pull back, here's a level right here, okay? And there's a level within a bigger swing. Price pushes up, pulls back, okay? So here's a high here, price pulls back, pushes higher, forming a big swing. Within that swing, you got little swings to the upside, or swings on the 12 range to the upside. Price pulls back, okay? And it pulls back to the mid portion of that big swing there. But this was a lot of buying that came out of that swing, okay? Price rejects on the pull. When price pulls back, it rejects, it pushes higher, all right? And I mentioned this, it takes out this high right here by pushing high when it blasts higher, and then boom, once, twice. Is there a possibility the price may come back to it again and reject? There's a possibility, it could. Same thing here. There's a level here. Price swung to the downside, taking this area here out, right? Okay, so when price pulls back, there's resistance right here, okay? Now, what we really want to see sometimes is price kind of move back, pull back higher into the area. But there wasn't a lot of selling that took place out of this swing, say for instance, whatever the case is. It kind of just formed a, I guess you want to call it like a V-shaped swing to the downside quickly by pushing down, pulling back, and then pushing down. So creating a V right here. Not a lot of activity within the swing, which means a lot of selling took place, but price retraces back to the throat or the mouth of the swing here, and there's a level sitting right here in this area. Price rejects, and you can take it. This right here was actually a good opportunity to go short at, to be honest with you. Okay, so when price broke above here, okay, when price pulled, not broke above, sorry, when price pulled back to this area right here, okay, and it could not push any higher. We saw the rejection, and price pretty much closed at this red candle here. You could have went short, guys, to this area right here, okay? So that, in a sense, and alone, that's 95 to 90. That's about 3.5 points right there. You could have pulled off that trade right there, okay? So right here at, well, that was yesterday evening towards the close. So, there's a lot going on there. Just like at the opening of trades when the New York, pretty much the market opens up. There's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, a lot of testosterone in the market, a lot of orders being that were sitting or resting, and as soon as the market opened up, they got filled, and the market starts racing or whatever the case is. But yeah, this right here was definitely a area that you could have taken a short from. Okay, long here, short here, and then your market kind of moves sideways here. So see price pull back. I just mentioned I took my trade when price came back. It failed again. What was it? At this area right here, red line right here. Okay, and when price does that, pulls up, retraces back. When I see price break above right here, I'm going for the long to this area right here, and you see it pause right there. Okay, so that's it, guys. Today, I just wanted to show you guys that there's really no hidden secret or magical, mystical secret hidden about what's the how you look for good support and resistance levels to trade from, or support and resistance areas to trade from. Trying to identify those levels, whatever the case is. There's no secret here. Just look for areas where there's, price can bounce from any particular resistance area or any particular support area, but you just don't get the trade just like that. As soon as you see it come back up to it, you want to wait clearly to wait for the rejection, whether that be price pull back to this area of resistance, close of a candle. Nothing really here to stop it, until it gets right here. So the red candle closes, you could take the opportunity to go short here, So this is a little bit more tricky when price pulls back, pulls back to an area of support here, because we have on the way down, you got swings. So these are areas of creation of resistance. As soon as price hit this area here, all right, now we got some trouble because we have blocks, we have roadblocks on the way back up, So you just wait for price to kind of break back to those areas, and then pull back to them. Price rejects, then you can go long. Those type of things, So you just have to wait for price pull to those areas, wait for the rejection, and then take the pullback. As long as you don't have a roadblock, in between or whatever the case is. And the best thing is to look for trade entries or opportunities where price pulls back to a level, say this one right here, this level right here, area of resistance, and then you start to look to the left. So as price gets there, I'm looking to the left. Oh, what happened prior to on the way up? Okay, this is an opportunity here to where there's nothing really gonna block it until we get about right here. All right, so when price pull back to this area here, closes this red candle, pretty much I'm short already, you know, short, and that's at 47.95, and I can take it all the way down to pretty much this area here, 47.91. So that's about 3.5, 4 points if we get into it right. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, if you like the content, you know, go back and watch some of the other videos as well. Go ahead and sub to the channel. I appreciate it. Join the team. You know, I just give little free tidbits, hints out. And it's really not much more about tips and hints. It's just about me just, you know, just talking about how I trade. That's all it is. And I'll do this every day, you know. I mean, I show my trades that I take live. I record the session and post it. But within that, you know, I'm talking about, I'm coupling that with the, talking about my strategy. You know, I talk about when I take trades, why I took those trades in certain areas, whatever the case is, getting tongue twisted. But you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So appreciate it, guys. Those that have already subscribed, thank you, guys. See you in the next video. If you're trading, be safe in the market. See you in the next one. Guys, stay tuned and watch today's video because I'm going to be basically discussing or talking about, you know, how to find or draw those areas of good support and resistance areas, what to look for. That's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about today. There's no hidden secret, you know, there's no magical, mystical secret of how to find or identify, you know, good support resistance areas to mark off on your charts and knowing, you know, if they're good areas to trade from. So stay tuned to the video. Continue watching.